A titular church, a titulus, is a church in Rome assigned or assignable to one of the cardinals, or more specifically to a cardinal priest. History. Originally, these were basilicas in Rome under the direction of a permanently appointed presbyter and corresponding to what would now be called parish churches. They were known as tituli or tituli presbyteriales, distinguished from one another by the name of the founder or proprietor who held the property in custody for the church. For instance, the titulus Emilianae, now the Church of the Santi Quattro Coronati, drew its name from its foundress, who doubtless owned the extensive suburban Roman villa whose foundations remain under the church and whose audience hall became the ecclesiastical basilica. The most ancient reference to such a Roman church is in the Apology against the Arians of Athanasius in the 4th century, which speaks of a council of bishops assembled in the place where the presbyter Vita held his congregation. By the end of the 5th century they numbered 25, as is confirmed by the Liber Pontificalis. The same number, though with different identities, is given in the reports of councils held in Rome in 499 and 595. In 1120, the number is given as 28. Many more have received the status of titular churches in modern times, others were abandoned, or assigned to another order of cardinals, just for the duration of one incumbent's cardinalate. In 1059, the right of electing the pope was reserved to the bishops of the 7 suburbicarian sees, the priests in charge of the titular churches, and the clergy in charge of the deaconries. These were known collectively as the Cardinals. Accordingly, as ecclesiastics from outside Rome came to be appointed cardinals, they were assigned theoretical responsibility for certain Roman parish churches, a legal fiction establishing the position within the Pope's diocese, the See of Rome. They had no obligation to reside in Rome, and so were not personally responsible for the pastoral care of the titular churches assigned to them, a practice still in force today. Present situation. Today, the cardinal priests have a loose patronal relationship with the titular churches, whose cardinal protector they are called. The names and coats of arms are inscribed on plaques in the churches. They are expected to preach at the church occasionally when they are in Rome. Many raise funds for the church's maintenance and restoration, but they no longer participate in the actual management of the churches. There are 160 presbyteral titular churches. Likewise, the cardinal bishops are given only honorary title to one of the 7 suburbicarian dioceses, and the cardinal deacons are given a similar relationship to the churches of the cardinal deaconries, of which there are 67 in 2015. Many cardinals are assigned to tituli with some connection to the home see country, such as the national churches in Rome. For example, Jean-Claude Turcotte, a former Archbishop of Montreal, was made cardinal priest of the Santi Martiri Canadesi. André Van Titois, Archbishop of Paris, is the cardinal priest of San Luigi dei Francesi. Those patriarchs of the Eastern Catholic Churches who become cardinal patriarchs constitute an exception. Their own patriarchal see is counted as a cardinal title. They belong to the order of cardinal bishops and, in the order of precedence, come before the cardinal priests and immediately after the cardinals who hold the titles of the 7 suburbicarian sees. Cardinal deaconries. In the wider sense, the term titular church is also, albeit technically loosely, applied to the deaconries diaconiae in Rome assigned to the cardinal deacons. Originally, they were charitable institutions first mentioned in connection with Pope Benedict II. Pope paid Hadrian I fixed the number at 18, a number that remained constant until the 16th century. Since the proliferation of cardinalates, most are serving another pastoral purpose with a cardinal deacon bishop with a proper cathedral elsewhere, have signed as almost nominal. Cardinal protector. Bibliography. Balch, David L. Roman Domestic Art and Early House Churches. Tübingen, Moorseebeck. ISBN 978-3-16149383-6. Kuttner, Stefan. Cardinalis, The History of a Canonical Concept. Traditio. 3-129-214. Retrieved the 11th of April 2016 via JSDOR. Richardson, Carol M. A Reclaiming Rome, Cardinals in the 15th Century, Leiden.